Ladies and gentlemen, this is not your captain speaking.
Sir, please, you shouldn't be up here.
You are going to do the job of the man.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a bomb on display.
Stand up!
It has to be. Burn this plane down.
That's our national airline standing there with Nigeria.
This movie, I had seen like posters of it on X, and I saw people's review, and it happened to be a non-fiction, and I was so quite enthusiastic about seeing it, and to know what it entails. What I didn't really get with this movie was the fact that their master, the man who sent them on this errand to hijack the plane and take it to Frankfurt. I felt like this movie didn't really give us the actual story. That's like the story of why they did that. Aside, we knew like the mandate was stolen from them, and they wanted justice for their country. So in my head, I was wondering, okay, so what was the plan to hijack the plane and just take the plane to Frankfurt, and that was it. Like, how were they going to get the mandate? So I felt like the movie didn't really give us that main story of why, aside the mandating, but what were they to gain? What were they, what were they expected to gain eventually at the end of this hijack? Was it to, to treat the government, like, was it going to be a negotiation or something? I felt like this movie didn't really do that, which I didn't really like, to be honest. So I felt like there was something missing in this movie, which I couldn't really place my head around. But I just knew that this movie was quite incomplete at some point. It just felt quite ordinary, quite, just felt a bit, something was quite off, to be honest, while watching Hijack 93. I was also wondering, were they soldiers or they were just a group of activists who wanted justice? I knew each of them had their different, stories which they came together, but I wanted to understand if it was like a soldier and their master was like a soldier and they were, soldiers recruit or something. I felt like it was not so clear. Ruby's character, I understand this character was quite a scared character. Normally, like, naturally, when you see it's true, but then when we had the flashback of, him and his dad, it was obvious that his dad was always beating, his dad was abusive to him. So it made him quite fragile and very scared and, so quick to escalate things. He didn't really think through, just running through emotions at intervals and any little thing, just wanted to, he was so scared, basically. But that shoot, I didn't see that shoot coming. I didn't even know anyone was going to die at all. So for Skipper's character, I thought Skipper didn't really have anyone because, he said he lost his mom. So in my head, I felt, okay, when they had told them they had taken their family and they were torturing them. So I felt like Skipper didn't really have a family because, like he said, he lost his mom. So that, I didn't really, I felt like that was not gathered well properly. Probably they would have, shown us someone else aside because he said that was the only family he had. The costume of this movie also, and the settings, they tried a bit, but I felt like some things still felt quite modern. Yeah, I think Skipper's dressing is quite modern. People dress like that. I feel like maybe they would have just made it, more ancient kind of way. It would have still been that, chain thing and all, but they would have given him a different out. Probably wouldn't have worn that headband he wore. Probably something different because, the dressing felt modern. And also, for Yabo's character, which was played by Isime, I feel like that character was just, she didn't really talk. I know they were like extra, they were not major characters, but I felt like when it was her time, probably they would have still said something. She didn't really say something. I was literally looking for the hair hostess, but I didn't really get, the conversations. I didn't get conversations from them. And also for Iku's character, that character was still mourning his daughter, and yeah, it was quite painful. But you would understand that these guys, what they did, the hijacking of plane was something new to them. This was not the kind of life they want. I just feel their master just basically saw men that were vulnerable and just wanted to, go into their head and make them feel that this was what they were supposed to do, which now wasn't. This was not the kind of life they wanted. This is not the kind of people they are. So I felt like just use them. That's what I think. That they had that moment where they went into the bathroom and they were shouting, screaming, even though we didn't hear them shout, screaming. That was basically, they just had to miss the sound. But they just just basically shows how confused they were. What they had done, something they didn't really know how to navigate through. They were just going through a fucked up situation in their life, and yeah, they found themselves there. And also for the captain's character, I really like how that character played, it was quite relatable, I just like how calm he was and reserved, even though he pretended like he couldn't speak English, because like his conversation with that Dokubo soldier guy was purely English. So yeah, for that final scene where it happened that this girl was actually the one with them, and she just pretended all along, that I didn't really see that coming. It was quite surprising. So if that happened, I don't know if that was a fiction or non-fiction, but let's say it was a non-fiction, then eventually I'm not sure she's still in Nigeria, because she should have left a long time ago. I'm going to rate this one a 5. Yeah, Hijack 93 is a movie about 4 men, 4 young men who hijacked a plane in order for them to get back their mandate, and the idea was for them to go to Frankfurt. I didn't really know what they wanted to do for I know the Frankfurt was to get a new life, but I don't know, probably they wanted to negotiate, then eventually they land at Frankfurt. But guys, let me know what you think about Hijack 93, and let me know if you've seen it. And also please follow me for more reviews, like my video, comment on my video, share my video, and tell me what you feel about my video, guys.